brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome again. Brennan Garden alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 14 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Taken in by Pascal out left. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now a first carry for their fullback.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. Remember,
and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point through the snowflake, something good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now a play fake. Brady. Looking for Shepard deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Brady. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So out now come the Jets. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking for Shepard deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receiver.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Looking for Shepard deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Brady will look to throw for it. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the ball.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Mayfield's throw taken in by Pascal. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady's throw there complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mayfield on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go. Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with Touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield. And he's just for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Open man is Uzama. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation,
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Mayfield now. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option. There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Brady's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point.
One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And the Jets set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. They find some open field here. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mayfield looks to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
Take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Zerline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
Looking for Shepard deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Brady going to look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2. But it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.